Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. What is your next anthem? What is the next song, the next movement, the next fight, the next step that you're going to take that's going to elevate you, change your trajectory, and leave a mark on the world? You see, we all have an anthem inside of us. You might not have recognized it yet, but it's there, waiting for you to discover it, to live it, to make it your own. Now, I'm not talking about some catchy tune you hear on the radio. I'm talking about the anthem of your life, the rhythm that beats inside of you, the melody that pushes you forward when everything else tries to hold you back. That anthem is something you create, something you claim as your own. It's the soundtrack to the story you're writing with your life. It's the voice that says, I can, I will, I must. But here's the truth, your anthem won't come easy. No one gets handed their anthem on a silver platter. It's earned. It's built. And yes, it's fought for. The world will test you, doubt you, challenge you, and try to pull you in 100 different directions. And you might stumble, you might fall, you might get knocked down hard. But that's not the end of your story. That's when the real work begins. That's when you dig deep and find out what you're made of. That's when you rise, when you build your strength, and when you make the world listen to your anthem. Because your anthem comes from your struggles, your victories, and your willingness to never back down. So what is it going to take for you to claim that anthem? What is it going to take for you to stand tall despite the odds and show the world who you are and what you stand for? It starts with one thing, and that one thing is this belief. You've got to believe in yourself when no one else does. When the doubters are loud, when the critics are overwhelming, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, that's when your belief must rise above everything else. There are going to be times when you feel like the world is against you. There will be moments where you feel small, insignificant, or lost. But let me tell you something, those are the moments that matter most. Those are the moments where you get to decide. Do you quit or do you rise? Do you settle for less or do you chase after more? You see, belief is not a passive thing. It's not just something you say, oh yeah, I believe in myself and move on. No, belief is active. It's a choice you make every day, and it's a choice you must make in the face of adversity. When everything inside of you says it's easier to quit, it's easier to stay down, that's when belief becomes a decision that you're going to keep going no matter what. And let me tell you this, the road is never easy. If you think it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out, you're mistaken. Success is not some linear path where you just keep climbing until you reach the top. No, success is more like a jagged mountain with steep climbs, sudden drops, and moments where you feel like you're slipping. But it's in those moments where you find your strength. It's in those moments that you realize who you really are. You want your next anthem? Then you need to learn how to fight. And I'm not talking about the kind of fight where you throw punches. I'm talking about the fight that happens in the mind, the spirit, the soul. It's the fight that says, I'm not giving up. I'm not backing down. I'm not accepting anything less than what I'm capable of. You want your anthem. Then you better be prepared to go to war with the voices in your head that tell you you're not enough, that you're not worthy, that you'll never make it. Because let me tell you something, the moment you decide to stop listening to those voices, the moment you make the choice to fight for your future, that's when everything changes. And it's not just about fighting for what you want. It's about fighting for who you are. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are not defined by your failures. You are not defined by the opinions of others. You are defined by what you choose to believe, by the strength you cultivate, by the effort you put in when no one else is watching. Your anthem isn't written by the people who want to see you fail. It's written by the people who believe in you. It's written by the people who are willing to push through the tough times, the failures, the rejections, and the doubts. And guess what? You're one of those people. But here's the thing, it's not enough to just fight. You've got to have a vision. You've got to know where you're going, what you're fighting for, and why it matters. You can't just wander through life aimlessly, hoping that one day you'll stumble upon success. Success doesn't work like that. You've got to have a vision, a clear, powerful vision of the life you want to create, of the person you want to become. of the impact you want to make. And your vision has to be bigger than just you. If your dream is only about what you can get, you're missing the point. Your anthem is about what you can give. It's about how you can serve, how you can help others rise, how you can be a light in a dark world. Your vision should be so powerful that it inspires others to follow you, to walk with you, to believe in the possibility of a better future. But here's the catch: not everyone is going to believe in your vision. Not everyone is going to understand what you're trying to do, and that's okay. You don't need the approval of everyone. You don't need validation from the crowd. You just need to believe in your vision so strongly that you're willing to stand firm even when others doubt you. And let me tell you, there will be doubt. There will be people who tell you it's impossible. People who laugh at your dreams, people who say you're aiming too high. You need to ignore them. You need to stay focused. You need to keep your eyes on the prize no matter what anyone else says. Because your anthem, the one you're creating right now, is going to be bigger than their opinions, bigger than their doubts, and bigger than the obstacles that stand in your way. And let me remind you of something: success is not about avoiding failure. Success is about learning from failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. You will stumble. You will make mistakes. You will face setbacks. But if you learn from them, if you get back up every time you fall, if you keep moving forward no matter how tough it gets, then you will achieve greatness. That's why you've got to be patient with yourself. The road to your anthem is long, and it's not always easy to see the finish line. But let me tell you, if you keep your head down, if you keep working, if you keep believing, and if you never stop pushing, you will get there. It might take time. It might take longer than you thought. But the work you put in will pay off. And when it does, that's when your anthem will play. You see, your anthem is the culmination of everything you've been through, the battles you've fought, the lessons you've learned, the victories you've won. It's the sum of your courage, your persistence, and your faith. When you finally get to the point where you can look back and say, I did that. I went through the fire and came out stronger. I built this life and I built it on my terms. That's when you'll hear your anthem. And trust me, when you hear it, it will be louder than anything you've ever heard before. But it starts with you. It starts with the decision you make right now to take control of your life, to define your path, and to create your anthem. It starts with the belief that no matter how hard the journey gets, no matter how many people doubt you, you will rise. And when you rise, the world will have no choice but to hear your song. So ask yourself again, what is your next anthem? What is the story you're going to write with your life? What legacy are you going to leave behind? It's time to find your voice. It's time to rise up and claim what's yours. Your anthem is waiting for you to create it. It's waiting for you to step up, to fight, to dream, and to believe in the impossible. Now go out there and make it happen. Make your anthem unforgettable. Because at the end of the day, the world needs to hear it. The foundation of creating your next anthem is rooted in unwavering belief in yourself. You must believe in your potential, even when others doubt you, and keep pushing forward despite challenges or setbacks. Success is not about avoiding failure or hardship. It's about learning from it and using those experiences to grow stronger. Your struggles and failures are integral parts of the journey and contribute to building your personal anthem. A clear, powerful vision of your goals and purpose is essential to creating your anthem. Your vision should inspire not just yourself, but others as well, and should focus on more than just personal success. It should be about how you can serve and impact the world. The road to success is rarely easy, and obstacles are inevitable. Resilience is key. It's about getting back up after each fall, staying focused on your goal, and continuing to move forward despite difficulties. Your anthem is not just for you, it's about the legacy you leave behind. It's about creating something that not only changes your life, but inspires and uplifts others. Your anthem becomes a reflection of your perseverance, vision, and the positive impact you make on the world. These 5 points emphasize the importance of belief, resilience, vision, and impact in creating and living out the anthem of your life. Belief in yourself is the cornerstone of everything you will ever achieve. Without it, you are like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly with the current, subject to the whims of the wind, and at the mercy of whatever life throws at you. But when you have belief, when you truly believe in your potential, your power, and your ability to overcome, you are like a ship with a destination moving with purpose, driven by an inner conviction that no storm can shake. In this world, there will always be forces that try to convince you that you're not enough, that your dreams are too big, or that your efforts are futile. But the most important thing to understand is that no one can dictate your worth except for you. No one can decide how far you go or how high you reach except for you. Belief in yourself isn't just a motivational phrase or a piece of advice that you hear and forget about the next day. It's a mindset that you must cultivate daily. It's about forging a relationship with your inner strength, acknowledging your weaknesses, and still choosing to trust that you are capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Self-belief doesn't come from external validation. It doesn't come from the applause of others or the number of likes you get on social media. It doesn't come from the approval of your friends, family, or colleagues. It comes from deep within, from knowing who you are and what you're made of, and understanding that your value is intrinsic, not dependent on the opinions or actions of others. You have to understand that belief is a decision, a commitment to trust yourself, even when the circumstances don't seem favorable. It's easy to believe in yourself when things are going well. When you're on top of the world, when everything is falling into place, believing in yourself is almost second nature. But the real test of your belief comes when the world challenges you. It comes when you face the impossible, when you're knocked down, when doors are slammed in your face, when the weight of disappointment and failure feels unbearable. It is in those moments that your belief must be at its strongest, because it is in those moments that you are at your most vulnerable, and your belief will be the thing that carries you through. We've all had those moments, those days when nothing goes right, when everything seems to fall apart. The days when you wonder if it's worth it, when you question whether your dreams are too big, whether you're good enough, whether you have what it takes. But let me tell you this, every successful person you admire, every person who has ever achieved greatness has faced those moments. They have had to stare failure in the face, to feel defeated, to face uncertainty. And in those moments, the one thing that set them apart from everyone else was their ability to keep believing in themselves. It was their unwavering faith that they could overcome, that they were capable of more, and that their dreams were worth fighting for. Belief is not an abstract concept, it's something that requires action. It's not enough to simply say, I believe in myself, and expect the world to bend to your will. Belief must be accompanied by effort, resilience, and a willingness to take risks. To truly believe in yourself means to act in alignment with that belief. It means taking steps towards your goals, even when you're not sure how things will turn out. It means taking that leap of faith, even when there's no safety net beneath you, because you trust that your wings will catch you when it's time. This is where so many people falter. They talk about believing in themselves, but when it comes time to take action, they hesitate. They worry about failure, they fear rejection, they get paralyzed by the what-ifs. But the only way to turn belief into reality is to move forward. Every step you take, every action you make strengthens that belief, because with each step, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Every success, no matter how small, reaffirms your worth. Every challenge you overcome is a testament to your strength. It's also important to remember that belief doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean that you'll never make mistakes, that you'll never fail, or that everything will go according to plan. Belief means that you can handle those things, that you trust yourself enough to learn from failure, to pick yourself up when you fall, and to keep going when the road gets tough. Perfection is an illusion. Success isn't about never stumbling. It's about getting up each time you do. Belief is about trusting that you have the resilience to adapt, the courage to keep going, and the strength to rise again. When you believe in yourself, you also begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You start to look at challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. You stop fearing the unknown because you trust that you will find a way, even if it's not immediately clear how. You realize that every setback is a lesson, that every disappointment is an opportunity to grow, and that failure is not the end of the road, but a part of the process. When you truly believe in yourself, you develop a mindset that is focused on solutions, on progress, and on the bigger picture. And here's another critical point: belief in yourself requires patience. There's no fast track to success. You won't wake up one day and magically find yourself at the top of the mountain. The journey is long, and there will be times when progress seems slow. You might not see the results of your hard work immediately, and that's when doubt can creep in. That's when it becomes easy to question yourself, to wonder if all the effort is worth it. But the truth is that every small step, every ounce of effort, every moment of perseverance adds up over time. Your belief is what will keep you going when the results are slow to show. It's what will push you to continue when it feels like the universe is testing your resolve. There are no shortcuts, no easy paths, and no guarantees in life. But belief in yourself is the one thing that you can always control. It is the one thing that will keep you moving forward when everything else seems uncertain. It will give you the strength to keep going when others tell you to quit. It will fuel your determination, feed your passion, and help you create the life you desire. Belief in yourself is not just about the big moments, the life-changing decisions, or the grand achievements. It's also about the small, everyday actions. It's about showing up for yourself when no one is watching. It's about putting in the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's about maintaining your integrity, doing the right thing, even when it's hard, and staying true to your values, even when the world tries to pull you in different directions. Belief is shown in how you live your life day by day, in your dedication, in your commitment to growth, and in your refusal to settle for less than you know you're capable of. One of the most powerful aspects of belief is that it is contagious. When you believe in yourself, you give others permission to believe in themselves too. Your confidence, your perseverance, your passion, these are the things that inspire others. When people see you standing strong, they begin to believe that they too can rise. You become a beacon of hope for others who are struggling with their own self-doubt. And that, my friends, is the power of belief. It is not just about you, it's about creating a ripple effect that inspires those around you to rise, to believe, and to chase their own dreams. So what does it take to truly believe in yourself? It takes vulnerability. It takes courage. It takes self-awareness and self-compassion. It takes a willingness to confront your fears, to face your insecurities, and to embrace your imperfections. It takes a commitment to growth, a determination to rise above the limitations you've placed on yourself, and a refusal to let anyone or anything define your worth. It takes faith in your abilities, faith in the process, and faith in the possibility of your dreams. And most of all, it takes practice. Belief is not a one-time decision. It's a daily choice, a mindset you choose to cultivate over time. It's about waking up each day and deciding that today you are going to show up for yourself, that today you are going to take action toward your goals, and that today you are going to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. The world may not always believe in you, but as long as you believe in yourself, you will always have the strength to keep going. Because when you believe in yourself, anything is possible. You are limitless. You are unstoppable. And the world better watch out, because you're coming. The power of struggle and adversity is something that is often misunderstood, misinterpreted, and at times feared. It's natural to want a smooth journey, to avoid pain, failure, and hardship. In a world where we're constantly striving for success and trying to avoid setbacks, adversity is often viewed as something to be feared, something that gets in the way of our happiness and success. We see others who seem to have it easy moving forward without effort, and we wonder why the road we walk is so much harder. But the truth is, struggle and adversity are not obstacles. They are not hindrances to your dreams or your goals. They are, in fact, some of the greatest teachers you will ever encounter. Adversity is the forge in which your character is shaped, your strength is built, and your perseverance is tested. It's easy to be confident and sure of yourself when everything is going well. When the sun is shining and the path ahead seems clear, believing in your abilities feels natural. But how do you respond when the storm clouds roll in? What happens when the road becomes uncertain, when the weight of challenges begins to press down on you? The answer to that question will determine your future. The thing about adversity is that it reveals your true character. When everything is going well, it's easy to show up and perform. But when everything falls apart, when you're faced with challenges that seem insurmountable, that's when you see who you really are. That's when you discover what you're made of. The people who thrive in the face of adversity aren't necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. They are the ones who refuse to quit, who refuse to give in to despair, and who understand that struggle is part of the process, not the end of the journey. You see, adversity has a way of breaking down the barriers that we put up to protect ourselves. It strips away the illusions of comfort and security and exposes us to the raw reality of who we are and what we're capable of. Forces us to confront our fears, our insecurities, and our weaknesses. But it's through this process of stripping away and rebuilding that we find our true strength. It's in the darkest moments when you feel like giving up that you realize just how resilient you are. Think about the times in your life when you face challenges. Maybe it was a personal loss, a career setback, or an unexpected obstacle. In those moments, it may have felt like the world was collapsing around you, that the weight of your struggles was unbearable. But when you look back, what do you see? You see the growth. You see how far you've come. You see the strength that you didn't even know you had. Because adversity is not just something that happens to you, it's something that happens for you. It's there to teach you, to prepare you for what's ahead. Every successful person you've ever admired has faced adversity. Every great leader, every champion, every visionary who has made an impact in the world has gone through moments of struggle, pain, and hardship. It's through adversity that we build the mental toughness, the emotional resilience, and the unshakable belief in ourselves that is necessary to achieve greatness. Adversity separates those who want success from those who are willing to earn it. The road to your dreams will not be a straight line. It will be full of detours, obstacles, and challenges. And those who succeed are the ones who keep going when others would have given up. Adversity is the test that reveals who you are under pressure. It's the moment when you get to decide whether you will break or whether you will rise. And here's the thing, you won't always rise on the first try. There will be times when you fall, when you stumble, when you feel like you've hit rock bottom. But rock bottom is not the end, it's simply the place where your greatest potential is awakened. It's where you rediscover your strength, where you find the will to get back up, and where you realize that your journey is far from over. The power of adversity lies in its ability to challenge you to grow. Every time you face a setback, you're presented with an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to evolve. Each challenge you overcome makes you stronger, more capable, and more confident. It's the law of the universe. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And while it's true that adversity doesn't feel good in the moment, the lessons it teaches are invaluable. Think about how adversity helps you develop critical life skills: patience, determination, problem solving, resilience. These are all traits that are forged through struggle. When you face challenges, you have to dig deep, search for solutions, and persist through difficulty. You learn how to deal with discomfort, how to manage stress, and how to handle failure. And when you succeed in overcoming adversity, you carry these lessons with you for the rest of your life. But the power of adversity doesn't just lie in the skills it helps you develop. It's also in the perspective it gives you. When you face hard times, you gain a deeper appreciation for the good times. You understand that nothing in life is guaranteed, that everything you have is something you've had to fight for. This appreciation for the journey, the struggle, and the triumph makes success so much sweeter. It's the difference between achieving something effortlessly and achieving something that you know you had to earn through hard work and sacrifice. There's also something profoundly humbling about adversity. When things are going well, it's easy to become arrogant, complacent, or entitled. But adversity has a way of keeping you grounded. It reminds you that life is unpredictable, that you are not invincible, and that you must remain humble and grateful for every blessing. The struggle keeps you connected to your purpose, to the people who support you, and to the world around you. It forces you to focus on what truly matters, on what you can control, and on how you can grow through the challenges you face. But perhaps the most profound power of adversity is that it makes you appreciate the beauty of progress. When you're in the midst of a struggle, it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard to imagine that things will ever get better. But as you continue to push forward, you start to see the small wins, the incremental progress that you're making. You start to notice how far you've come, how much you've learned, and how much stronger you've become. The power of adversity is that it transforms you from the inside out. It molds you into someone capable of achieving the things you once thought impossible. It's also important to remember that adversity is not just about what happens to you, it's also about how you respond to it. Your mindset plays a critical role in how you handle challenges. If you approach adversity with a victim mentality, believing that you have no control over the outcome, then you will likely stay stuck. But if you approach adversity as an opportunity for growth, as a test of your resolve, then you empower yourself to rise above it. The way you respond to struggle can make all the difference. Many people spend their entire lives trying to avoid hardship, but what they don't realize is that hardship is often the catalyst for their greatest breakthroughs. It's the struggle that awakens their potential, that pushes them to break through limitations they didn't know they had. Without adversity, there would be no growth, no change, no evolution. We would stay stagnant, never learning, never improving. It's the discomfort of struggle that forces us to expand, to step out of our comfort zones, and to reach for things we never thought possible. And that's the power of adversity. It's the ultimate teacher. It doesn't just shape your character, it shapes your future. The struggles you face today are preparing you for the victories of tomorrow. They're making you stronger, more capable, and more ready for the success that lies ahead. When you look back on your life, you will realize that the moments of struggle were the moments that truly defined you. The pain, the failures, the challenges, they weren't setbacks. They were the foundation for the greatness that you are about to achieve. Adversity is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. It is the test that you must pass in order to reach your highest potential. It is the forge that will shape you into the person you are meant to become. So the next time you face a challenge, don't shy away from it. Don't run from the struggle. Embrace it. Because in that struggle lies your greatest power. And in that adversity lies the path to your future. Vision and purpose are the driving forces that guide you through life, pushing you to reach your highest potential and navigate the challenges that come with the journey. Without them, you are like a ship lost at sea, adrift without direction, without a map or a destination in mind. You may move forward, but you'll likely find yourself aimlessly circling, never truly making progress, and never realizing the full extent of what you could achieve. Vision is what allows you to see beyond the present moment and into the future, while purpose is what gives meaning to every step you take along the way. It's these two forces that will carry you through the tough times, provide the motivation to keep going when everything seems impossible, and inspire you to never settle for less than what you were meant to accomplish. The first step in understanding the importance of vision and purpose is recognizing that they are not the same thing. Vision is your long-term goal, your big picture idea of where you want to go, what you want to achieve, and the impact you want to have on the world. It's the dream that keeps you awake at night, the goal that excites you, the future you aspire to create. Your vision is the driving force behind all your actions. It's the thing that pushes you to get out of bed every morning, to work hard even when things get difficult, and to keep moving forward even when the obstacles seem insurmountable. But having a vision alone is not enough. If you have no purpose behind that vision, no deeper reason for pursuing it, your vision becomes little more than a wish, a dream without direction. Purpose is what gives your vision meaning. It's the why behind what you do. It's the underlying force that keeps you grounded and reminds you that what you're working for is greater than just personal success or recognition. Your purpose is your reason for existing, the impact you want to make, the legacy you want to leave behind. It's the source of your inner strength, the fuel that powers your passion, and the motivation that sustains you when your vision seems distant or unattainable. When you align your vision with your purpose, something incredible happens. Your goals become more than just objectives, they become a calling. Every action you take, every step you make toward your vision feels significant because it's aligned with your deepest values and beliefs. Your vision becomes a reflection of your purpose, and your purpose becomes the foundation upon which you build your success. This alignment is what gives you the perseverance to keep going when you face adversity, the courage to take risks, and the conviction to push through challenges that might otherwise seem impossible. One of the most powerful aspects of vision and purpose is that they provide clarity in the midst of confusion. Life is filled with distractions, detours, and noise. It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind, to get caught up in other people's expectations or the pressures of society. Without a clear vision and a strong sense of purpose, it's easy to fall off course, to lose sight of what truly matters, and to find yourself in a place that doesn't align with your true desires. But when you have a clear vision and a strong sense of purpose, you can cut through the noise. You know exactly what you want to achieve, and every decision you make is guided by that clarity. You no longer feel pulled in a million directions or overwhelmed by the distractions around you. Instead, you feel a sense of focus, a sense of direction, and a deep connection to the path you're walking. Vision and purpose also provide resilience in the face of setbacks. There will be times when you encounter failure, rejection, or disappointment. You will face challenges that seem impossible to overcome, and you may question whether it's worth it to continue. In those moments, it's easy to give up, to lose hope, and to abandon your goals. But when you are driven by a vision and a purpose that is greater than yourself, failure becomes a temporary setback rather than a permanent roadblock. You begin to see obstacles as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to refine your approach. Your vision gives you the clarity to see the bigger picture, and your purpose gives you the strength to keep going when the road gets tough. There is also something deeply empowering about having a clear vision and purpose. When you know where you're going and why you're going and why you're going there, you become unstoppable. You stop doubting yourself and you stop questioning your worth. You begin to operate with a sense of confidence that comes from knowing you're on the right path. You are no longer swayed by the opinions of others because you know that the journey you're on is yours and yours alone. Your vision and purpose give you the courage to follow your own path, even if it doesn't conform to the expectations of those around you. You become the author of your own story, and you stop letting other people write your narrative for you. Having a vision and purpose also helps you make better decisions. When you are clear on where you want to go and what you want to achieve, you can evaluate your choices through the lens of that vision. Every decision you make, whether it's about your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, becomes a conscious choice that is in alignment with your long-term goals. You start to see opportunities where others might see obstacles, and you begin to attract the people, resources, and circumstances that will help you move closer to your vision. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve your purpose, and you become more intentional with your actions. Your vision and purpose act as a compass, guiding you toward the life you truly want to create. Another aspect of vision and purpose is the sense of fulfillment they bring. When you are working towards something that aligns with your deepest values and passions, success becomes more than just a destination. It becomes a journey of growth and transformation. Each step you take toward your vision is an opportunity to learn more about yourself, to uncover new strengths, and to develop your character. The process becomes just as rewarding as the end result because you know that what you are building is not just for yourself, but for something much bigger. You are contributing to something meaningful, something that will have an impact long after you are gone. It's also important to note that vision and purpose are not static. They evolve over time as you grow and as you learn more about yourself and the world around you. Your vision may shift, your goals may change, and your purpose may evolve, and that's okay. The key is to stay flexible and open to change while remaining true to the core values and beliefs that define you. Life is a constant process of growth and evolution, and your vision and purpose are no different. They should be fluid enough to adapt to new opportunities, new challenges, and new experiences while remaining grounded in what truly matters to you. In the pursuit of your vision, you will encounter times when it feels like the path is unclear, or when the obstacles in your way seem insurmountable. But during these times, it's important to remember that having a vision and purpose is not just about achieving a specific goal. It's about who you become in the process. It's about the person you are shaping yourself into through the struggles, the sacrifices, and the hard work. Your vision and purpose give you the fortitude to keep going, even when the destination seems far away. They help you understand that the journey itself is just as valuable as the end result, and that everything you go through along the way is contributing to your growth and development. Having a strong sense of vision and purpose also allows you to inspire others. When you are clear about where you're going and why, you naturally become a beacon of inspiration to those around you. Your passion and drive become contagious, and people are drawn to your energy and your sense of purpose. They see you working towards something greater than yourself, and they begin to believe that they too can achieve their own dreams. You become a source of motivation and encouragement for others who are on their own journeys, and you help them find the courage to pursue their own visions and purposes. When you live with purpose and vision, you don't just change your life, you change the lives of everyone around you. Vision and purpose are the fuel that powers your dreams. They are the foundation upon which everything else is built. They give you direction, clarity, and resilience. They empower you to face challenges with courage and to keep going when things get tough. They help you make decisions that are aligned with your values, and they give you the strength to stay true to your path no matter what. And when you align your vision with your purpose, you tap into a limitless source of power that drives you to reach heights you never thought possible. So whatever your vision is, whatever your purpose may be, know that you are capable of achieving it. It all begins with that clear sense of direction and that deep-rooted reason for pursuing it. And with that, there is no limit to what you can accomplish. Resilience and perseverance are the bedrock of success, the unshakable forces that keep you moving forward when everything in the world seems to be pushing you backward. Life doesn't come with a set of instructions, Andy. Certainly doesn't follow a linear path. You will face obstacles, setbacks, and hardships. It's inevitable. No one is immune to the storms that life sometimes sends. But what separates those who rise to greatness from those who falter in the face of adversity is the ability to persist, to stay resilient, and to never give up, no matter how many times you fall or how difficult the road ahead seems. Resilience is not just about bouncing back from difficulty, it's about becoming stronger because of it. It's about learning to navigate life's challenges with an unwavering belief that no matter how hard it gets, you have the strength to keep moving forward. Perseverance, on the other hand, is the ability to continue pursuing your goals despite the obstacles, the setbacks, and the failures that may come your way. It's about refusing to quit, even when the world tells you to. It's about waking up every single day, regardless of how difficult the journey is, and deciding that you will keep pushing towards your dreams. What makes resilience so powerful is that it's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. In the same way that your physical muscles grow with resistance training, your emotional and mental resilience grows when you face challenges head on. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you gain confidence in your ability to deal with the next one. You start to see setbacks not as signs of weakness or failure, but as opportunities for growth. You begin to understand that life's challenges aren't there to defeat you, they're there to shape you, to help you grow, and to prepare you for something greater than you could ever have imagined. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop over time. It comes from experience, from having been through tough times and knowing deep in your bones that you survived. But resilience doesn't come easily, and it doesn't come without effort. It requires you to push through pain, to confront fear, to keep moving forward, even when every part of you wants to quit. It means looking at every challenge, every failure, and every setback as a chance to build your character. Because each challenge you face is a test of your strength, your commitment, and your ability to rise above your circumstances. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Every single one of them has faced hardship. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has encountered obstacles, made mistakes, suffered rejection, and had to fight through adversity. But the reason they succeeded is not because they were naturally gifted or because they had an easy ride. It's because they understood that resilience is the key to overcoming failure and adversity. They knew that when things got tough, the only thing that would determine their success was their ability to persevere. Perseverance is a trait that sets apart those who achieve extraordinary things from those who give up at the first sign of difficulty. It's easy to quit when you're not seeing immediate results or when things aren't going according to plan. But those who persevere understand that the path to success is rarely a straight line. It's full of bumps, twists, and turns. It's filled with false starts and unexpected detours. But each time you push through a setback, you learn more about yourself. You learn how to adapt, how to pivot when things don't go as planned, and how to remain focused on your long-term goals, even when the journey seems endless. The key to perseverance is purpose. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, when you have a deep, intrinsic reason for pursuing your goals, you are much more likely to stay the course when challenges arise. A strong sense of purpose gives you the mental and emotional strength to keep going when things get tough. It's the belief that what you're working toward is worth the struggle, the sacrifice, and the time it takes. When you have a strong why, when you know why you're doing something, you can endure almost anyhow. But it's not just about sticking to your goals through thick and thin. Perseverance is also about learning from failure, about getting back up every time you fall, and about using each setback as a stepping stone toward your success. The ability to persevere doesn't mean that you will never fail or that you won't experience moments of self-doubt. In fact, perseverance often requires you to confront failure head on, to accept it as part of the process, and to use it as fuel for your journey. Every time you fail, you are learning something valuable, whether it's a lesson in resilience, a new approach to your problem, or a deeper understanding of what you truly want. Failure doesn't define you, your ability to get up and keep going does. When you encounter difficulty, it's tempting to look for an easy way out, to look for someone to blame, or to become discouraged. But resilience teaches you to take responsibility for your journey. It teaches you that the power to change your circumstances lies within you. It means refusing to let external factors control your mindset or your actions. Your resilience is not dependent on the world around you. It's dependent on how you choose to react to the challenges you face. One of the greatest misconceptions about resilience is that it means never feeling pain or disappointment. In reality, resilience is not about avoiding suffering, it's about how you handle it. It's about acknowledging the pain, feeling the disappointment, and still moving forward anyway. It's about embracing the discomfort of the struggle and knowing that on the other side of it, there will be growth, learning, and transformation. The power of perseverance and resilience lies in their ability to build mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused and positive even in the face of adversity. It's the ability to keep pushing forward even when things aren't going your way. It's about maintaining control over your mindset, your emotions, and your reactions no matter what challenges you encounter. Mental toughness isn't about being invincible, it's about developing the strength to keep going even when you feel vulnerable or unsure. It's about having the courage to take the next step, even when you can't see the entire staircase. Resilience also plays a critical role in your emotional well-being. The more resilient you are, the better you are at managing stress, handling uncertainty, and navigating the emotional ups and downs of life. Resilience teaches you emotional regulation. It teaches you how to stay calm and grounded, even when life feels chaotic. It helps you develop emotional intelligence, which allows you to understand and manage your emotions in a way that is productive rather than reactive. This emotional strength gives you the capacity to handle difficult situations with grace, patience, and perspective. When you are resilient, you understand that every hardship is temporary. No matter how hard things may seem right now, you know that you have the inner strength to get through it. This understanding helps you remain calm during periods of uncertainty. It helps you avoid being overwhelmed by the things that are beyond your control. Instead of focusing on what's not going right, resilience teaches you to focus on what you can do to make things better. It helps you see every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to adapt, and to become more than you were before. Resilience also helps you develop a greater sense of self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to affect change and achieve your goals. When you have faced challenges and persevered, you begin to see that you are capable of overcoming whatever obstacles come your way. This belief in yourself becomes a powerful motivator. It makes you more confident in your decisions, more willing to take risks, and more determined to follow through on your goals.